Okay, so this next groove is going to be like this. So this one, we're going to switch away from the triplet feel, and it's based on a straight feel. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's the count. 1, 2, and 3. But notice it's going to stretch out for like another entire bar. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2. This is like an empty space where you're going to fill this with single notes. Now you could also make it a 1-bar riff. 1, 2, and 3. So again, play around with both ideas, a single bar riff and a 2-bar riff. The problem with doing the 1-bar riffs, I mean, it sounds good if I just only play that. But then when you start adding in some notes after that, you're going to want more bars to play some more notes. So it's actually kind of cool to switch back and forth. You could get a nice little jam going, like, doing 1-bar riffs as an A section and then 2-bar riffs as a B section, maybe, something like that. Back to this one. Anyway, you want to count this out. This is like a pickup note, 1, 2. So if you're not familiar with that rhythmic idea, you could count. Let's just take this real slow. This is, think of it in 4/4, but then each of these 1E and counts as like a 16th note. So 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and it's that right before the second beat. 1, 2. So 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so 1E and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So the ands are like half. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, and 3. So hopefully that's clear. Sometimes it really helps to count it out yourself to just make sure you internalize the kind of the logic of the rhythm or the actual count. And then once you feel it out, your brain gets more used to it. So 1, 2. Notice on the 2, I do a bump, but I don't know if that's part of the groove, but that's how I play it. Try your own ideas, or you can play it just like this. Now, I should just mention, I'm just playing this dominant chord, but eventually you can play this with all these little voicings as well. So again, that's the whole point. But we're not even worried about the chords at this point. We're just trying to get the grooves down. So one thing at a time. Remember, everything is layered. Everything builds. So let's get the grooves down, then we'll worry about these chords. Now again, you can take 2 approaches. You can just try to feel it out, or you can pick like ahead of time which beat you're going to start on. I think when you're playing this 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, and 3, you could start your lick either on the and after the 3 or on the and after the 4. So let's try both of those. Like 1, 2, and 3. And. So it's almost right after. Now let's try it on the off to the 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So hopefully I mean, that was all off the top of my head, but hopefully you recognize like the beat where I was just 1 and 2 and 3 and you could start it there, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, so hopefully you got the idea of that.